Meow. You're like,
Sorry.
sorry, you're kind of cutting us off. Like, what do you mean by the destiny? Like, you want to talk about like the censorship debate or whatever?
Yeah. So,
I mean, we can talk about that. I'm fine with it.
okay. So if you guys were like following my interaction with big tech, as an outsider, as
and look who just appeared. The second I say, can we talk about the Destiny situation? Look who appears in the chat. The Mexican child leader of the white race himself, Nick Fuentes. There he is, sweating bullets because, well, he heard my conversation with Big Tech. So he knows that I know all the facts and I'm about to lay them out in a precise and devastating order. There he is with the docs, by the way, or what he believes to be a docs, by the way. He says, why is this Jew Lockheed Martin employee on here? Against doxing, though. Totally disavows doxing, though, but he's just going to casually drop an employer in the chat. Oh, interesting. Very, very interesting. Keep in mind, he could have joined the call. I wouldn't have ran away. I would be more than happy to accept that challenge. Wouldn't be a challenge for me. Go ahead. Let's have the and I don't even I'm not looking for a blood sport. Of course, it's going to get violent, I'm sure, because that's where he's going to try to take it. But let's have the conversation. Let's go. If you believe that you're right, if you believe the facts are on your side, then why is there any hesitation? Why is there pause? He's scared. He's terrified of me. He's truly terrified of me. He could have joined right there.
As a dedicated A-log, I don't think it's just from my perspective. I think this is just the reality of the situation. We all know that back in May, Nick Fuentes, he went on a crusade against Medicare and the A-logs, and basically just everybody who's ever criticized him, made fun of him. And by the way, I'm not saying that none of that was justified, right? Because, there are some
John Smith says, not to signal boost, but RPG isn't Jewish, is he? No. So they use the word Jewish like liberals use the word racist. They also use the word Wignat like liberals use the word racist. So basically everybody that they dislike is a Jewish Wignat and also a CIA operative, et cetera, et cetera. It's their version of racist. Basically, it's like in absence of an actual attack against me, those are the words they use.
A-logs that are batshit insane and take things too far. So I totally everybody who's ever criticized him, made fun of him. And by the way, I'm not saying that none of that was justified, right? Because, there are some A-logs that are batshit insane and take things too far.
Which there are. Everybody knows that, okay? There definitely are some crazy ones out there.
So I totally...
And I'm trying to be fair, level-headed, right? There are two sides to every story and enemy territory, so trying to be fair. Now, I would obviously ultimately make the argument, and I have many times before, that A-logs are a response to usually a corrupt individual. If you look at everybody who has a dedicated forum on Kiwi Farms, they don't tend to be the greatest people around. Or the people that get it the worst on Kiwi Farms, Keffels, Ethan Ralph, CWC, not Culture War Criminal, the other one.
Regardless of all the retardation and homosexual behavior surrounding AF, the worst thing is the constant stream of lies. Whether it's to save face or just for clout, they're nothing but a den of vipers.
Yep, exactly. And that's the thing, and I recognize it as such. So as long as America First is a den of vipers, I want nothing to do with it, and I'm going to continue attacking them with the level of devastation that I have, and I will continue making them seethe, and I will continue exposing them. And that is my mission. That is my duty. I feel like I am familiar with this more than most, not to brag, but just because of my past, my history. I've been following this very closely for a very long time, so I could speak to it very well. I know all the moving pieces, and that's absolutely what they are, each and every single one of them. And that is an arrangement that they've all accepted, that they can live with, but that is one that I completely reject. So, but thank you so much. Random Wignat, $5. Thank you.
Totally understand why he might have that resentment building up in him, but regardless,
yeah, like I'm even trying to be reasonable. I'm trying to say, maybe I can see why Nick has the resentment that he does. Maybe there were some people that attacked him unfairly. Ultimately, brought it upon himself. But that being said, maybe there were certain actions taken against him that took it too far.
He went on this crusade. He made a lot of outrageous, ridiculous comments. And a lot of that got clipped and a lot of that got archived because that's how the internet works. And what did Big Tech do many months later, several months later? He went on a stream one night and he said, you know that Jewish pedophile, Mr. Girl? I think that everybody should mass report that Jewish pedophile who is promoting pedophilia on his YouTube channel. And everybody agreed. Everybody right now listening to me agrees with that statement. Yes, Jewish pedophiles should absolutely be deplatformed. Right?
That's not true.
Bruh.
Really? Really now? Really now? This is the new position of America First? That's not true, he says? What can I say? I'm speechless. It is true. It was true before the cult leader waved his wand and said otherwise.
That's not true with me. I actually talked about this a little bit yesterday, and like, don't get me wrong.
So now, Nick sent one message and then he went quiet for a little bit. Now he's going to send a few more messages because now he feels obligated to pretend to uphold the position that he is against deplatforming Mr. Girl. He's probably worrying that this is going to get clipped and sent to Destiny again. So now Nick is going to really become animated and say, you have to kick this guy.
Mr. Girl, definitely a Jewish pedophile, right? Like, I totally agree with you on that. Like, I think
there it is. There it is right there.
We can all agree on that. But
there it is right there. Can you guys see? Nick says boot. Nick says boot. So I say that we should all support deplatforming Jewish pedophiles. And what is Nick's response to that? Nick's response is get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here. And this is why I have been doing the content that I do and why I will continue doing the content that I do. As long as Nick Fuentes is the man that he is, I will continue doing exactly this because it is the right thing to do. And none of these people can tell me otherwise. And also, none of these people can tell me that I didn't try, by the way. None of them can say that I didn't try. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Am I trying? I feel like I'm trying. So I tried, and what is the response that I get? Boot. Get him out of here. What's a man to do? What am I to do? And then they see that I'm an A-log. What else could I be? Tell me what else I could be. Can you blame me? How could you blame me? Do you not see the connection from A to B here? Do you not see the chain of events here? Yeah, exactly. As I was as calm, rare form. Probably surprising a lot of you guys. Rare form, just to prove that I could do it. But you know why I usually go in with such a fire? The reason why is because I doubt that there is any good in them. But I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to be hopeful, optimistic, graceful. Nobody could say I didn't try here. Nobody.
So Nick,
Yeah,
Nick says to boot RPG. Sorry, RPG. I gotta boot you.
All right, well, I tried.
All right.
All right, good talking, man.
Later.
Bye.
Now, you heard it. I say, all right, I tried. I sound dejected, and then I leave because, you know, I was told to leave. But in retrospect, what I should have done there, and I thought about this afterwards, and then I tried getting back into the call, but she wouldn't let me on. What I should have done, I didn't think quickly enough, but I should have said, well, first, I should have challenged Nick to join the call. That I definitely should have done. And that's actually what I was going to do when I called back in. But two, I should have said, I'm not going to leave. You have to kick me, which she would have done. I mean, it really doesn't make a difference, honestly. But dude says, why didn't you insult Nick before leaving? Well, because I was trying to take a different approach. And I thought if I took a different approach, then maybe they would receive me differently. And as you all saw, it didn't make a difference because Nick is wildly allergic to truth. He hates it because he truly is demonic. He's a demonic entity. And maybe one day that could change. But as far as I've seen, that's who he is.